Well, it's been a while, hasn't it? Hello and welcome back to some more Football Manager 2022 and another part of our Championship to Champions League journey with Nottingham Forest. Today, we take on Brentford in the opening day of the Premier League season after a summer of struggles where we didn't have a transfer budget, and we also really struggled with some contract clauses that managed to beef up everybody's wages because we're now a Premier League side. We're not ready for this season, put it that way. But we are going to see how we get on against Brentford today, who did come up with us last season. They came up as Championship champions, I believe, if we head in general. No, they were second, actually. I can't remember. Was it Norwich that won the Championship last season? Let's have a little look. Yes, it was Norwich. So Norwich won last year, and you know that's good for them. Brentford were second. We came up through the playoffs, so we're very much predicted to go back down again. But if you were with us for the transfer special last time out, you will have seen we only managed to actually bring in 3 transfers all summer. We did have one that was lined up already. I think I made this in about March time when I was still sort of assuming we would be in the Championship, really. But it's Chris Richards, not Cliff, unfortunately. 23-year-old American international right back, can also play at centre-back. Got some decent attributes. Brought him in on a free transfer from Bayern Munich. He has played a little bit of football for the first team at Bayern and did very well when he did play for them. Has sort of played sporadically for them throughout the years. He's going to come in, and I think that's going to be a very good signing. Already worth 17.5 to 20 million pounds. Has the potential to get up to 4.5-star ability. So we'll see how he gets on. We also managed to bring in Nemanja Matic. So this was 24th of July. One signing we were able to bring in, pushing the wage budget as far as possible, and I decided to go for Nemanja Matic, who, okay, hasn't really been playing a lot of Premier League football throughout this save, but I think the experience of Nemanja Matic and his mental attributes are more what I want in the club, to instill a little bit of leadership in there. To go into our midfield. Unfortunately, he is injured at the moment. He's still got some really excellent attributes. I do think he might be lost a little bit in the Premier League these days, but we'll see. He might turn out to be an absolutely fabulous player. We'll just have to see how it goes this season. And then we managed to get a little bit of money. I can't quite remember how we managed it, but we did get a little bit of money somehow, meaning that we've now got, a pitiful amount of transfer budget, but we do have some money to spend on the wages, and we can sort of move that around a little bit. I think, did we manage to increase the wage budget, or I can't quite remember what I did, but it certainly wasn't the collective win bonuses, but I managed to basically get ourselves a good wage budget somehow. I can't remember for the life of me, because obviously I had COVID very soon after that, so I haven't actually picked up this save for a good couple of weeks now, unfortunately, going into this. So we managed to rush through a couple of signings. Ashley Young on a free transfer. He's 38 years old now. This was very much a signing of just get some numbers into the club. We're only paying him 1.4k a week. He has been at Aston Villa the last couple of years, and at the very least he will provide us a little bit of depth at the club. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, he was the one I couldn't really turn down. He's just come in on the last day before the season starts. He's come in on a free transfer, still scoring some decent goals for AC Milan the last couple of seasons, so we'll see how he gets on. Back in the Premier League for the first time since 2017-18. Obviously had a fantastic first year in the Premier League back in 2016-17 under Jose Mourinho, but we'll see how he gets on. Some of the players that have left, Bryce Samba, Ossa Solomon, Harry Arter, all on free transfers. The one that I guess we'd have liked to have kept was Ryan Yates. He went for £1.9 million after spending the second half of last season on loan at the club. But that is the situation, and we're going to have to see how things go. I think after today, we'll see what we need, and we'll hopefully put some of that money to good use. But literally, it was within the last sort of few days that we got that wage budget come in. I'm just sort of flicking back through the timeline to see if I can work out when exactly it happened, where we just randomly got some money in. Wage budget increase. That was it. There you go. So that it was a request, and we managed to get it bumped up by 250 grand, and that's a massive amount of wage budget. So hopefully we can get going with that at the start of this season. But this is the team that we are putting out there on the first day against Brentford. Jack Butland will start in goal, our January signing, who had a very good second half of the year. Chris Richards will start at right back, our new signing. Joe Worrell and Scott McKenna will continue their centre-back partnership, and Greg Taylor, our January signing from Celtic, at left back. We've then got Oliver Norwood and Brian Ojeda continuing their partnership in the middle of the park, and then Gareth Bale, of course, last summer's star signing, starting behind Lewis Grabban, the Championship top scorer last year, Zlatan Ibrahimovic in his first few hours at the club, and Umar Niasse up top. This is going to be an unbelievable performance if we manage to stay up this season. I certainly think January might be the time that we manage to get some of our longer term targets. I do feel at this point we are just going to be absolutely paying over the odds, but we will see. We will see. 5 changes from our last match. I assume that was a pre-season friendly. But yeah, Brentford, they will be looking to stay in the Premier League this time around. They went straight back down the first time, which was a shame for them. But a lot of their team is very, very similar. Of course, you've still got Ivan Toney leading the line there. He's a Premier League quality striker. A lot of that team are what we finished the season with. In fact, I think only Richards and Ibrahimovic are different in there from what probably played the playoff final. So here we go. Come on, lads. Let's get this season off to a good start. Let's see if we can perform against a team that we were performing against last season. That's the one positive about today. Brentford, although they will have strengthened over the summer, they probably haven't managed to get as many signings in as, say a Newcastle will have. Here's Niasse, gets it into the middle. Grabban wasn't there. Here's Taylor, gets it to Ojeda, to Norwood. Now Ibra, here's Niasse, and he scores, and that is the opening goal of our Premier League season. The referee has blown his whistle. He is checking VAR, and it is disallowed, and that is a big disappointment. 12 and a half minutes into our Premier League return, and Zlatan couldn't quite get it through early enough, but that is a good start, good movement, and good to see that Ibra was in there looking hungry, and Niasse managing to stick it in the back of the net. Here's Tamina. Now to Hall, to Toney. Great save from Jack Butland. His return to the Premier League, deserved, I think, after being trapped on the bench at Crystal Palace for the last few years. Here's Felipe Suarez. Gets it to Norgard, to Onyeka. Here's Hall. Onyeka. Good tackle by Ojeda. And that's the end of that one. Must have been Hall. It must have been Halil. Bale into the middle. Header. Possibly, not quite. And I don't like the TV camera. I'm not really sure why we're on that sideline. Much better. Here's Henry. Gets it to Halil, to Onyeka. Tomena. Norgard. Toney. Forward to Henry now. Into the middle. Oh, and Halil has scored. Oh, how annoying. So zoom as much as possible. We'll have the camera height as much as we can. we'll skip that. Have it as low as we can, and there we go. We're back to the Captain Goodspeed camera angle. Here's Tony. Gets it to Suarez, to Wissa. Tony now. To Mina. Worrell gets it away. Here's Suarez now. To Mina. To Mina on the ball. Gets it into Onyeka. Halil. Oh, it's going to go in, and that is a horrible goal to concede. That was horrible. And it's 2-0 to Brentford. Oh, I mean, what on earth was this? What on earth was Butland doing? And it's 2-0 to Brentford on the opening day of the season, and we are looking second best, to say the least here. That is a terrible first half. We're going to thrash our arms about and bring Ashley Young on for Greg Taylor and see what he can do in his old age. And Gareth Bale not having a great game, but there's just not many inspiring options on the bench, is there? So we'll just keep going. We'll see how we get on. Niasse not having a great game, but we've had quite a few shots at the start of the second half by the looks of the XG. Here's Ashley Young now with the throw-in. It's still Ashley Young. Here's Ojeda. Back to McKenna now. Norwood. Richards. Back to Worrell. Here's Ibra to Bale. Here's Lewis grabbing. Now Richards. No. That's the end of that. Maybe we did have it on TV. This does look weird. Maybe we did. Here's Niasse. Gets it back. Ojeda scores! And I'm glad we changed it just in time. We're back into the match. Fantastic. Okay. Back in it. 2-1. Good goal that from Ojeda. Now then. Lewis grabbing. Not looking fantastic, so let's get Ben Woodburn on. And let's go Glatzel up top and see what he can do. Ibra's not doing too badly when he's on the ball, but that's the thing. We got to get him onto it. Let's encourage the boys. Let's try and get them this 2-2 draw, because honestly, it could be one of the few points we get this season. I do fancy a record low total for this side at the moment. Good ball forward to Fours. Back to Norgard. Gets it in. Onyeka. That's just wide. Ooh. Well, 4 minutes of added time. But nothing achieved. And you have to say, we were very much the second best side there. We sort of turned it round. As soon as we got the goal, we got back into the game, but it's a disappointing start to the season. We lose by 2-1 to Brentford. This is going to be a tough old season. It really is. Greg Taylor out for 1 to 3 days. Ibra's well received. But let's have a look at our opening run. And I mean, you know, that the next 4 matches are crucial as to whether we can muster this. We will be back for the double header at home at the county ground. I assume is it the county ground? I think it is. Or am I making it up? The city ground. Where's the county ground? Somebody let me know. Where's the county ground? The city ground, of course. Where we will be taking on Leicester City and Liverpool at home after deadline day. And, you know, after a few weeks of the players bedding in that we're going to hopefully bring in over the next few days, we're going to bring in some hungry young players, I think, is what I want. We've brought in a few experienced heads. Let's get the youth in now. And let's take the world by storm. If you've enjoyed that, give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe to the channel for plenty more Football Manager content. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.